Hello folks, welcome to Martin's Kitchen up in Ralstown here. Hope you're all keeping well. Today I've got you a main course. It's simple, but I'm just adding a few wee different bits and pieces with it. But I say you can make up your own version of it. I'll tell you what it is. We've got some salmon. I say you could use cod, you could use monkfish, but just quite a firm fish you want. We're going to serve it with couscous, with just a few different things in it. Some dried tomatoes, olives, Cornichons, some spring onion. Then on top of the salmon we've got basil pesto and parmesan and some lemon. And I say we're going to serve it with some sprouted broccoli. We've got some water on the boil. So firstly I'm just going to wash my hands and we'll get her going. Once again, I hope you're trying the videos and I hope you're enjoying them. I do enjoy making them actually, but we'll see. Anyway, so I've got the kettle already boiled and I have 50 grams of couscous, and I'm just going to get 50 mils of water. That's just slightly over, but you'll be fine. And in it, people might turn their nose up at this, but I'm just going to put a quarter, not even a quarter, just a tiny wee bit of a stock cube, probably no bigger than a fingernail. This is a vegetable stock cube. Just into it. That's just a wee bit of extra flavour because couscous is bland. Very bland couscous. It's a carrier of flavours. So we're gonna just put a few. So just put the water in there. Wee bit of pepper. Wee bit of salt. Just give it a wee mix, and then what we're going to do is just cover it with cling film and let it steam. And we might give it a wee 10-15 seconds blast in the microwave. So that's good to go there. That's the couscous. Right, now for the salmon. I say lovely piece of salmon, just a wee bit of olive oil in the bottom of an oven-proof dish. That's all you need. And a wee bit of seasoning in the bottom, and then just set the salmon in, just move it about. So then we're going to season the top of it now, not too much because the parmesan's salty, the pesto could be salty, so you don't want too much, just a wee bit of salt as well. Right, on this here we're now going to put just a wee smear of pesto, probably a teaspoon. Just spread that over nice and evenly. Just cover all the corners. I say the oven's set for about 180, and this will maybe take 8 to 10 minutes to cook because it's quite a deep piece. So that's the pesto. Right, and then just a wee bit of lemon zest. I'm just going to zest it into this. And to me, every fish needs a squeeze of lemon or a bit of zest. It really does need it. Just sort of, lemon, I've always said, acts as a seasoning. So just a wee bit of, that's a really sort of fine lemon zest there. It's not sort of big chunky bits. So that's that on there. And then we're just going to put the parmesan on. It's just grated parmesan, probably a Dessertspoon. So just put that on, and you can see the building up the flavours and the lovely colours as well. Just try and not get it down the side, just a nice wee layer of parmesan on top. Just spread it out. That's it, that's your fish done. So what we're just going to add to this, just when it goes into the oven, it's just a few cherry tomatoes. When these cook, what we're going to do, we're just going to put them into the couscous at the end. So there's probably 7 cherry tomatoes there. And we're just going to give it a very light drizzle of olive oil. I say I'm just doing one portion tonight. So we'll put that in the oven. And that'll be about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven. So we'll check it after 3 or 4 minutes, just to make sure it's cooking. Okay, so that's it. That's how simple that bit is. So now we're just going to prepare the sort of ingredients to go into the pesto. Sorry, into the couscous. Right, so we've got olives. These are green pitted olives. I love olives, but you know, if you don't like them, don't put them in. So we just cut them in quarters. And we've got some Cornichons. Again, you could use capers or just leave them out. If you just want simple plain couscous, that's fine, it'll go with the dish. Right, and then the wee Cornichons, these are lovely because you need that wee bit of sharpness coming through in the dish. Just chop them through. And then these are just a jar of sun-dried tomatoes. Just cut them in the wee strips. Don't have to be perfect. 2's probably plenty. I mean, they're probably one side of the tomato. That's it, and that's the sort of almost the Mediterranean side to the dish. But that all goes into the couscous. Sort of really lift it and give it a bit of body. And then we're going to put a wee bit of spring onion in with the couscous. Again, just on an angle. You don't need too much. Probably, but I'm just going to put a wee bit of the green in at the end as well, because everybody throws that bit out, especially the camera woman. But that is all good stuff. So that's the stuff for the couscous all ready. So I say in a few minutes we're going to put in the sprouted broccoli. We're going to time it. As I say, the salmon will be 8 to 10 minutes. Sprouted broccoli, very very thin, 2-3 minutes to cook that. And then we're just going to serve it with some creme fraiche with a wee bit of lemon juice, some rocket, and that's it. And we'll come back to you in a few minutes. Okay, so the salmon's had about 6 or 7 minutes, and it's very, very nearly ready. There's a nice. Actually, that is ready. I wouldn't cook it anymore. That's probably 6 minutes in there, and the tomatoes they've sort of burst, but they've held, and all that juice. I want to stick my finger and taste it, but I won't. So I'm just going to let that rest for a couple of minutes until we get everything else ready. So now, sprouted broccoli, doesn't need paring, just boiling salted water. That's probably 2 minutes. 2 minutes max. Push it down, make sure it's completely submerged. So as long as there's plenty of salt in the water, that's fine. And the couscous, back to the couscous. I've shook it once, just give it a shake, and it just releases, all the wee grains stop sticking together. Just give it a shake, and that's nice and fluffy now. And then we'll get into it with a fork. So, right, I'm just going to do a wee, it's not even a sauce, it's just more of a dressing to go with the fish. And it couldn't be any simpler. Could not be any simpler. Get a spoon. All it is creme fraiche. Just as much as little as you want. So creme fraiche, a good squeeze of lemon. Lemon really lifts everything. Really does. It's a great thing. So sprouted broccoli's probably had a minute now. I'm just going to say I picked these from the gardens there about 5 minutes ago, so they couldn't be any fresher. Just some chives, a wee bit of curry, parsley, maybe not ideal, some dill or something, but listen here, whatever herbs you've got, any soft herbs are ideal. Just chop them nice and fine, or as fine as you want. Listen here, there's no rules with this. Just pop them in. And just give it a wee mix, and then we'll just give it a wee season. Just make sure all the lemon juice is all mixed in. And that's it. That's the sauce. You serve that with a lot of things. You could put that on the side of a piece of grilled chicken, or I say any piece of grilled salmon, any piece of grilled fish. That's it. That's how simple that is. Just a wee tiny pinch of salt. And I am going to taste it because I don't want to put it on the plate and not knowing what it tastes like. Lovely. It's got a lovely zing to it. You know, it's fresh, put it like that. So sprouted broccoli has about 2 minutes now. Here's the couscous. So we'll just take that off, and if you can look in there, every grain is separate, all separate. So we're just going to finish this off now, just with a wee splash of olive oil. That keeps it separate again. This is still warm. It's okay. It's held its heat, and then all this garnish, as you would call it, and that is going to make it sort of really, really tasty. Okay, I'm just going to check the sprouted broccoli. That's not far off, probably another minute, and I say the salmon will be rested well, so we should be nearly ready to go. So again, I'm just going to taste this couscous. And it doesn't have to be piping hot, it really doesn't. You know, as long as it's warm, not fridge cold or anything like that. You know. Might take a wee squeeze of lemon kind of this now. But lovely. Definitely needs a squeeze of lemon. Just to lift it. And I say, if you wanted it warm, just stick it in the microwave for a few seconds. Be no harm done. Okay, so I'm just going to move. Just one tip I forgot to say at the beginning. If you're using the chopping board, just put a bit of damp tissue below it. It just keeps it nice and still. Right, so there's everything ready. I'm just going to serve some rocket with it. So just a quick clean down, and then I'll go and drain my sprouted broccoli, and we'll serve up. Okay, so the salmon is lovely, lovely, lovely spring to it. So we're just going to add these cherry tomatoes in here. And you see when they've held their shape, but when these burst in your mouth, they're lovely. They really are. And then just all that juice. Don't throw that out. That's like liquid gold. Right. Just going to set this in the oven for about 30 seconds, and we'll take the broccoli out. So say the broccoli's had what, 3-4 minutes. Doesn't take long, that's brown broccoli. That's that. And that's it, folks, we're ready to serve. So just a nice presentation plate. I'm just going to mix all those tomatoes in. I can't remember if I give this a wee glug of olive oil, but I'm going to give it another one. And it shines, now it shines. All the grains are separate, they haven't stuck together. And that will, you can eat that mix. Have that for your lunch. That would be fantastic for your lunch. So now we're going to serve up. And that's how simple it was. So, presentation entirely up to you. Just put it on the plate whatever way you want. So I'm just going to put this just down one side. Don't worry, I'll eat the rest of this later. So that's your couscous. Always season. Anything you're going to put on the plate, just give it a wee seasoning. And another wee nice touch with sprouted broccoli is just a wee bit of lemon. So that's that. And say whatever way you want to serve this. And the salmon should have just come back up. There's a bit more juice just come out of it, so I'm going to actually pour it onto the plate. And that's it. I mean, what more could you want? I'm just going to put the sauce on it. just, I say, these wee things you don't have to do, but you know, I've got it in the fridge here, so why not? Just a wee bit of rocket, just to finish it. And then the sort of creme fraiche, and I've just knocked the kickboard over again. That's it, just put it wherever way you want. Let's see. And I say you can give it another wee, always just clean your plate, but presentation. Just a wee drizzle of olive oil. And that's healthy. That has to be good for you. Fresh fish, fresh vegetables, couscous, creme fraiche, low fat creme fraiche, bit of parmesan might sort of make up for that. But that's it, so we're going to give it a wee try here if I can find the fork. And it really is simple. That was probably 12 minutes. Have your ingredients out, 12 minutes from start to finish. And if you put that down for some guests, I think they would be happy. So, right. Salmon's still lovely and moist. You can tell that straight away. So I'm just going to dive in, try a bit of everything. Lovely. It's so fresh. Couscous is cooked through. There's still a wee, you can taste the couscous, you know, the wee bite in it, but it's cooked through. Salmon's lovely and moist. The lemon coming through is fantastic. The creme fraiche lifts it, just gives it a really, these wee tomatoes that just burst in your mouth are fantastic. And don't throw away the juice. Any more juice, put it on it. I'm going to scoop that out later. Really folks, that is fantastic if I say so myself. Lovely summer's day. I know it's a bit cloudy outside today, but that nice glass of Sancerre or Chardonnay or whatever, cold white wine, sitting in front of watching Coronation Street, what more could you want? So there folks, I'm going to get tucked into this, and please do give it a try. And I hope you listen. I'll get another wee video up for you very soon. I want you all to stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.